episode of Kevinrude's Garage. Today we'll be looking at this 1960s 4 horsepower Cary Jet. Not a particularly well-known model. There you can see the jet drive. The real appeal of this motor, however, is this little piece of information right there. As you can see, the motor was made by Garelli Motorcycles of Italy. So that's what makes this one interesting. So I'm just going to give the once over of this motor because I haven't really seen it documented that much or that well, and want to get some of this information recorded for anyone else who comes across one of these guys. So anyway, let's start up here at the pull handle, and there you can see right there, Garelli Cary 4 horsepower. You'll also notice there's a plug here for a fishing light or something. You got a kill switch and a starter handle. Let's come over here to the left side first. Left side as you're facing it, right side as you're moving forward. There's your exhaust. You can see the exhaust comes out of the engine there, goes down into the lower unit. This appears to be threaded, although I haven't yet tried to take it off, and I'm not actually sure that I will. You got the gas tank on the top. The neat thing is the gas cap is at the front, which I would assume makes it easier to fill when you're in the boat. If you want to go reverse, it's got the 180 degree swing on it. And you can see a nice carrying handle. And you can see the spark plug deep in the recess there. Alright, so moving on. Well, it is a magneto. Ignition. The coil is external. You can see the coil right down there. I tested that out. It looks like both windings are still in good shape. This here is the wire coming from the shutoff to the coil, and then you can see the black wire and the gray wire going into the engine, and that red wire that's there, that is for the auxiliary plug, and apparently there's another coil inside that runs that plug, so we got 2 coils here. This is some kind of air muffler or air silencer, I guess, and it leads back here to the carburetor. You've got 3 adjusting screws. One is high speed, one is low speed. I can't remember what the other one is, but I got a manual that I found online that'll show how that works. This cable here opens and closes. I'm assuming there's a butterfly valve in there, and it opens and closes it from your motorcycle grip accelerator decelerator. So you can kind of think you can see that trying to do something. But again, haven't been inside it and wanted to record all this before I tore it down too much. 1, so that I'd have a hope of getting it back together, and 2, to document. This here, I believe in the manual, is called a direct drive, but as far as I could tell, it's just a choke. What you do is you push it down and it stays down, and then apparently as you rotate your or as you accelerate, that is supposed to pop back up. Now it hasn't, when I've tried it a couple times, it hasn't popped back up for me, so I'm assuming that just means it's going to need a little lubrication, but I don't want to keep messing with it. Here's your fuel shutoff. Interestingly, this nut is threaded on both sides. One threading goes to the shutoff, and one threading goes to the gas tank. And as you can see, I've loosened it already. And then back here, I've taken off the screws that attach the tank. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tank off. So you can see what it looks like underneath. Oop. Oh yeah, it's got a nice gold colored filter. That filter actually looks like it's in pretty good condition. Even though the rest of the motor is pretty grungy, it doesn't look like it was very dirty in there. Actually, if you have a look in the gas tank, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, there's not any gelatinized fuel, and doesn't appear to be a ton of rust in there either. So there's your tank. There's your tank off. See, it's just got a little little spot where it rests on here. It looks like there's a little washer there too. And your recoil starter and your finned magneto in there. It is an air-cooled engine, but the manual also said it has an impeller, so I'm wondering if that's kind of like those Tecumseh Clinton motors where you need an impeller to keep the lower unit cool.
Sensitively sailing on a surreal sea, trying to get higher on something that I believe. Taking the connection and I'm off to the stars. Take a trip to Jupiter if it's alright with Mars. Yeah, 'cause you get up, you get down, you get by. You can't run, you can't hide, you're no stride. So you go.